Good to be writing.
Mexico City blues. You don't see the light until sensation of seeing light is registered in perception. Perception notifies discrimination, etc. consciousness. Until then, there is no light. So light is late. When you learn the difference between equal poles are bright with arbitrary ideas about something being this or that, abiding in this abode, denying in this abode, equal, positive, electric shock, coil, Dalcock, tower, oil, it's all late. I've been trying to figure out why he's good. Like, what makes someone creatively good? What is it about the way he writes? Because you can study literature and you can learn all the fucking rules and you could make a sonnet, you know, but that wouldn't make you Shakespeare. It's not about that. You know, Conor Oberst said that once in an interview. Every song starts with an idea. And besides that, you need the structure, you need to learn how to write, like you need to learn how to play an instrument. But besides that, it's just the seed of the idea. But Kerouac, I don't know, because his writing is so strange. Kerouac writes like jazz. The words rhyme in this way that they're constantly improvising. But he was part of the Beat Generation, and the Beat Generation grew out of jazz and blues, so it makes sense. So what makes jazz good? What makes it interesting? It's interesting precisely because they're improvising. You have to follow it. It's not elevator jazz. Kerouac writes poetry with atmosphere. That's it. Thoroughly inspired. I'm gonna write the screenplay. So I went to a cafe, wrote, applied for workaways because I want to go traveling this summer. If you don't know the program, it's a super cool way to travel. You meet locals, it's basically free. They pretty much pay for your food and your accommodation and you work. And there's some really cool programs. Yeah, besides that I'm just pretty tired, which I think is totally fine, and I'm learning to just rest. All this year I've been thinking about time management and how I always feel like I don't have enough time, but that actually there's probably a lot to be learned in that, and one of the main things I'm learning is that rather than always trying to do more, it's about how can you balance your time. But yeah, realizing projects definitely teaches you how to handle time because you have deadlines. It's definitely not always easy, especially with something like design where half of it's technical and half of it's creative, because with creativity you never know if you're further along or further behind. It just has to feel right, and with technical things and buildings, it either works or it doesn't. There's no in between, so bringing them together is always a balance. That's about it. Thank you for coming with me on my slow weekend. Oh, also, I chose to walk to the cafe because I felt like I needed to slow down, and even going in a bike just felt like quickly. I feel like I always have ideas when I'm walking, and that was one of my New Year's resolutions, so I've definitely stuck to it. And on the way home I found a bunch of plastic, which I needed because we're doing a photography project with recycled plastic. Not that it matters, but I just feel like the universe always sends you what you're looking for when you stop looking, and walking places is a great way to just tune into the unexpectedness of life. So I just got home and wanted to just end Sunday with you and say thanks for joining me on my weekend. It was really nice, slow weekend, and I feel like if I didn't commit to making this video, I probably would have filled it up with a lot more things. I don't know if I have a conclusion. I think that slow living is something that you figure out for yourself, and the beauty of it is that you make space in your life and then unexpected things happen. And I can genuinely say I feel more myself now than I ever have, except maybe traveling, because I think it's kind of a travel mindset. So yeah, it's going to be a busy week filled with some really exciting projects. I'm going to do a collaboration with a sustainable glasses label here that makes these super cool glasses out of industrialized recycled plastic, and I love what they're doing, so I'm going to help them with the photography and share their story. And other than that, I am hoping to just read a few screenplays and have our first cinema club meeting because I'm so excited. When I compare this year to my first year, ending my first year of design school versus now, I feel like I'm living so much more like myself. I think like everyone, you question it all the way through, and maybe I should be working more, that I should be more productive, that I should be focused more on something. And then I remember that you kind of define that for yourself. My main focus at this point is just being a human being and remembering to breathe and feel a part of everything. And if I have moments every day where I feel connected to the world around me and where I feel it, then that's what counts for me, at least for now. Anyways, have a good night. I'll see you guys in the next video.